My dad is Jordanian and my mom is Syrian. So my childhood was in Jordan. I used to go a lot with my mom. She used to get her dresses made every month, and I will go with her as a child to this atelier where I didn't really understand what was going on exactly, but I think my aesthetic to create something, the idea of creating, I think comes from there, from that moment of being with my mom or going with her to fabric stores and choosing the fabric. And I always hear like silk, crepe, velour. Like I always hear like these fabrics word, but I didn't understand what was it exactly. So I think since I was a child, I was always into aesthetic. One day my dad bought me a camera when I was a child, and I was completely obsessed with it, and I will always go and develop films and show my friends, and I will ask them like stand there, move there. So I was kind of like doing this kind of photography without knowing that this exists in fashion or in that there is models or anything of that. So I think it was a natural instinct for me to capture visuals and to just be creative in general. I think I found myself more when I was 19, no, I would say 20, 21. That's where I start like opening my eyes and understanding the world and understanding how we function and understanding how things are divided by countries, religion, gender, race, age, whatever.
Why did you choose Paris for?
When we moved to Montreal, I was 16 years old, and I became. I left high school at 8. I finished high school at 17, 18, and then I didn't want to go to school after that because I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew it wasn't aesthetic in general. So I started going to. I started as a model scout at 19. And then after that, I became a stylist a year later. And after that, I started styling for like 4 years. It was a very good career. I was very happy with it. But at the end, I became very bored of just doing the process of it. And I found that I wanted to express myself in a different way. And I moved to Paris because I just wanted new air and a new city, and of course Paris is the perfect city for that. And I used to shop a lot, all the time, but I never found what I really wanted exactly in terms of the clothes or in terms of the garment that I liked. And the things that I didn't like was for the women's section, it was too. I will shop in the women's section and the clothes are too short, or the neck is too low, or the sleeves are too tight. But I like the fabric. And in the men's section, the cut were too big, or the fabric were not the right fabric. So, and I started observing all of that, and I said, well, who have put the codes for women's and men's, and who have to decided that a man should dress in a way and a woman has to dress in a different way. And it's the same thing, it's the same question as why we limit things with age, with gender, with race, with religion, or any kind of limitation or separation that can happen in our society. So I took 1 year to study a man's body and a woman's body, and to understand how the shapes are and how can I create a canvas that can fit both bodies. After 1 year, I started sketching my collection for myself, and I made that collection on that canvas. One of my friends saw the collection and she said, the collection is really amazing. You should definitely show it. And I have a friend who has a gallery. If you'd like to, I would like to show it to her. She showed the collection to the gallery, and the gallery loved it. And then they said, yeah, we would love to have him show here. So I did my first show in the third in Paris. But I didn't expect any kind of success of it or any kind of hype or anything. And then when 2 days after the show, it got voted top 10 collections for newcomers, and buyers start coming and ordering. And I had no idea how to produce or how to do any of that. And the press was really amazing, and it kept on going, but it was difficult at the beginning to communicate a unisex language because people didn't really understand. They thought there will be a piece for men and a piece for women, and since the beginning I'm trying to communicate unisex vision where each garment is unisex. Each garment can be worn by a man or woman, and each garment can be worn in any kind of style, so you can wear it feminine, masculine. There's no limit to what you can do to these garments. It's just you have to have your own style and imagination to it. I had to learn how to produce a collection. So yes, it was not the easiest way not to go to school to at least to study how to produce these things. But I kind of created my own way of producing as well. I created my own way of doing my canvas. It was a very important thing for me to go really not too fast and to build really a solid base where the foundation is really solid, and I go not to go too fast and to just do it step by step.
You do photography, you do films, you do a lot of things. Does it mean that you are still in searching process of something new, or it's just...
No, not at all. I think I don't consider myself a designer. I don't consider myself as a fashion designer or a fashion person. I think I have a vision that I'm trying to communicate, and I don't think I can communicate it only by clothing. So photography and film and music and writing, I think all of that is one part of, is one thing for me, because when it's important to be stimulated with all senses that you have. You have to hear something, to see it, to smell it, to taste it. So even one day I would love to open a restaurant and make my own recipe. So it's, I'm not in a searching process to what I want. I just have a vision that I like to communicate through different mediums, and I don't think I can do it just by clothes.
I mean that there are designers who try to create, but sometimes it's somebody is telling them to do this and this. You created your own world around you.
I think I may since I was a kid. I remember I never wanted to look like the other kids, never wanted to wear what other kids are wearing. And I was always not swimming in the same direction of the river as everyone else. And I think that character was always in me since I was a kid. I was always questioning things and never wanted to do something just to do it, and never wanted to be like wearing what others are wearing or always doing what others are doing. I wanted to experiment my own way and to have my own language or my own way of doing things. Why? I don't know. Just...
How do you see yourself in 5 years?
How do I see myself in 5 years? I don't know. I didn't see myself 5 years ago that I will be doing haute couture today, or to have my gallery in Paris, or to have you sitting here with me. So I think how I see myself in 5 years, it's keep on doing what I love to do and keep on doing the project that I am planning in my head, my movie, and to work more in art and to develop more exhibits and new collections. But I don't know where exactly I'll be. I just know that I'll be doing what I love to do. So,
do you ever have the moments when you want to stop doing everything and you want to?
Yeah. Since the beginning, the success to what I do was extremely going well and still going extremely well. And I think at some point, sometimes when everything works and when everything happens, you question yourself, saying, okay, why I'm gonna do this next thing, and it's gonna again work, it's gonna be successful, it's gonna be a great thing. So I question myself, what's the point of doing it? And I question myself, why do I do what I do? Is it really worth all of the time and energy and effort that we put in? Because it's a lot of work to do what we do. It's not an easy industry and it's not an easy thing to do. And you really have to love design and fashion and art and all of that to be able to continue in it. Beyond love it, you have to give yourself completely to it. And I have some moments where I used to. A year and a half ago, I went on vacation, or 2 years ago, and I said, okay, I'm gonna go back to work and I'm gonna make sure that I enjoy every step of it, and I'm gonna be focusing only on the road of doing it rather than what's the result.
What could you advise to the designers? There are so many now young kids who want to come to Paris or to New York or to any other city to be successful. What is this, like your advice or your?
Well, first of all, you really have to beyond love it. It's not just about being in fashion or being cool or being a designer or being in. It's a very serious type of work, and it's extremely demanding. So be sure before going there that you really, really want it. Second, to try to think before you do things, and to try to at least bring something new to the world and to society or to fashion or to design. And not just do it because you want to be part of this and that and you want to be a designer. It's not, there is a lot of people, there's a lot of talent, and there is a lot of brands in the world. So what can make you maybe stand or shine, it's really by bringing something new and something different, and that is full of quality, because you really have to work on quality extremely well all the time. And don't look at fashion to be inspired to design fashion. You have to look at something else and bring up something else too. If not, you're just recycling and copying. And there is no creation by something that you already know. To create, you have to erase everything and kind of start over. But it's my way of doing things, but it doesn't mean everybody should do it. Some people would like to do it as a business. They can just design whatever they think that can be sellable. So it depends what you want to do and how you want to do it. And for me, it's the way I do it.